That's probably a good idea. All right. Yeah, levels are fine.
Okay, so I am an auto mechanic now, and I have found some really strange things in customers' cars. The first strange thing I found was some dude came in one of those Mercury Montegos, those big SUVs, and he wanted his tires rotated, so I'm looking for the wheel lock because he's got locking lug nuts. And I open up the center console, and there's this giant, probably 1 pound, pound and a half bag of pot in the center console. I don't even thinking about it, so I pick the thing up. I'm looking for the wheel lock, so I just pick it up and out, and I'm holding it in my hand, and I'm looking through there, and I find another bag that is mostly empty. And then it dawns on me, what the hell am I holding? I look at it, I'm like, I think that's pot. No, that can't be pot. Nobody'd be this stupid. Maybe it's like spices or something. Yeah, that he keeps in his glove box. Great. Okay. Not spices. Potpourri? Yeah, in a sealed Ziploc baggie. That makes sense. No, this guy's just got a whole lot of pot in his car. And I worked with deviants because I just put it back because I'm like, I don't want to tangle with a guy who has like 3 pounds of pot in his car. So I just put it back. And I'm like, hey, tires are rotated. Get it out of here. You know, just like I never did find the damn wheel lock to get the tires off. So I tell a couple of the guys that I work with, like, did you take it? No, I don't even smoke pot. You should have given it to me. No. Let's see. There was the tiny Japanese man who came into work, and I went to get in his car, and he's tiny, so his seat's all the way up, so it's got power seats, so I'm running it back, and there's something white on the floor. Keep going. I think that's underwear. And the seat keeps going back, and it keeps going back. There were underwear that was probably 2 feet across. Under this very tiny Japanese man's, the women's satiny white underwear. So I just left it there, and yeah, it was a parade of one. It was a panty parade of one. It was like the float and everything, including the little guy with the broom at the end, like just the whole works. So I just left the seat back and parked the car back out in the parking lot, and he went out, and he kept looking down at the panties, and he'd look around to make sure nobody saw him, and they'd look down, and then he'd look around to make sure nobody saw him, but he never moved his seat. He just got in, like, could barely reach the pedals and drove off. Let's see. There was the small Japanese girl driving a riced out Honda Accord, body kit and big rims, and there was a forward-facing rear-facing child seat in the back seat full of Chinese lesbian porn DVDs. Like full. Like we're talking like a pile about a foot deep of lesbian porn with Chinese titles on it. I don't imagine it was anything but porn because I don't think mainstream media, even in China, would have that kind of stuff on the covers.
And you would think that if it was in there, they would have like put it underneath.
Yeah, you'd think you'd put something over it. That's to hold the porn, I guess. The child seat holds the porn. I don't get it. Yeah, that if in case of an accident, the porn is safe.
Maybe the porn protects you.
Yes,
in case
it's sort of like an inflatable thing, and then you're no. I don't think that's how that works.
If you're into that.
So let's see. What else have I found? I found one guy who had a pile of dirty magazines on the passenger floorboards of his car. The top one of which I think was from like 1970, and it advertised that the like adult film of the year, Les Miserables. Yeah, this was like I don't think it was pronounced that way. I think it was Les Vampires. It was two goth chicks like licking each other on the cover. It's like, dude, throw a coat over it, man. One would assume that somebody would figure out that. Somebody else is going to get in my car. I should probably, do something. I got into a car that had a rotting jar of meat in the cup holder. I don't know why, but the car stunk like death. And it was either rotting meat or coagulated like chaw spit juice. I don't know which, but it was horrible. That car made me almost vomit. Yeah.
So were they going to drink the meat, do you think? But then they forgot about it?
It could be. I really didn't want to think about that, but thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe it was one of those Atkins thing, couple meat. Yes, protein crazed.
Beef shake. New at Hardee's.
That sounds really dirty.
Moo. McBeef shake.
Beef shake. Oh,
I think one of those DVDs probably said beef shake.
probably.
Shake.